1, 2, 3, 4. You ain't never heard nothing like this before. Bruce Lee, well, man, I got the glow, got the hands in the air.
Spencer here from the Brighton Baths Health Club. Got a really short video today. Going to teach you guys all about squatting. Okay, so when we first learn how to squat, we want to use a box, and the reason is that it gives us a reference point. It shows us the range that we sort of comfortable with going down to, and gets us to use our glutes and our midline a little bit more. So what you want to do when you set up for a squat is set up with your feet directly under your hips. Okay, so not too wide, maybe just a little bit wider than your hips. Feet should be relatively straight, a little bit turned out. You want to stand up really tall. You want to cross your arms like this, keeping your posture in a nice upright position. You're going to brace through your midline. You're going to squeeze your glutes in as hard as you can before you start. Get everything nice and tight. And from there, control down, pause, stand back up. Pause, stand back up. Every time we come up, we're going to give those glutes a big squeeze. So we're going to really reinforce that neural patterning to get those glutes switching on, which is a big issue for most people. They have inactive glutes, and we really want to get them switching on to stabilize and protect our hips and keep our pelvis in a nice neutral position. A few cues. You want to think about screwing your feet into the ground. So turning your feet externally rotating and screwing them into the ground, or gripping the ground with your feet. I like to squat barefoot. I find that that helps me create an arch in my foot, which is actually strengthening my arch and strengthening my feet. So by screwing my feet into the ground, I really feel those glutes switching on. I'm much stronger through my midline, and I get a better squat. The other thing is keeping your chest up, keeping that midline in a nice good position. So bracing through that midline, you want to keep that tightness through your stomach. And the other thing is opening your hips on the way down. So as you come down in that squat, you want to think about sitting your hips back and sitting back into a seat, and coming down, little pause, driving back up. Okay? There are a few cues that will make a massive difference to how you squat. Basically, it's going to change the way that you move. Most people don't move that well, and that's what we want to teach. We want to teach them how to move well. So we want to take the load off the knees, off the low back. We want to get the musculature engaging. The quads, we want to get them involved. We want to get the glutes involved, and we want to get that trunk and midline nice and stabilized and in a good position. If you get that right, you'll start moving better, you'll move well, you'll prevent overuse injuries from developing, your posture will be better, you'll get yourself out of pain, and you'll live much, much longer if you learn to do it that way. So I hope that helped, guys. That's part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Thanks, guys.